The chilling wind cut through my coat as I stumbled upon an eerie store. Its sign read, "Soul Collector," in faded letters. Beneath it, the words, "Step into Darkness," sent shivers down my spine. A rusty bell chimed as I entered, greeted by the unsettling scent of aged leather. The store was filled with rows of peculiar shoes, each with its own unsettling aura. An old man sat behind a dusty counter, his eyes locked on me. "Hello. How can I help you?" he inquired. "Just browsing," I replied, unable to shake the feeling that I had stepped into a nightmare. I wandered through the aisles, each shoe whispering unsettling secrets. Loafers that felt like the shoes of a sinister businessman. White sneakers that hinted at untold adventures, and dark boots with a chilling history. I settled on a pair of worn loafers and decided it was enough, given my tight budget. I placed them on the counter, and the old man rang up the sale, his words leaving me perplexed. "Have a nice day, and enjoy their shoes." His choice of words gnawed at me as I returned home. I unpacked the shoes, hesitantly trying them on. The moment the second shoe touched my foot, a strange drowsiness overcame me. I awoke in a hospital room, the sound of a beeping heart rate monitor filling the silence. I wore unfamiliar clothes but still had on the black loafers. A frail woman lay in the bed, her eyes filled with weariness. A stranger to me. I felt an inexplicable connection to her, as if she had raised me. Tears welled in my eyes, and I cried, "I can't do this without you." Her faint smile warmed my heart as she kissed my forehead, asking me to take care of someone named Gigi. My sister's name flashed in my mind, though I couldn't recognize her face. As the woman's heart rate flattened, grief consumed me. I gazed out of the cracked window and, overwhelmed by pain, I leaped to my apparent death. My freefall was accompanied by dread, the ground racing up to meet me. Panic gripped me, but it was too late to reverse my decision. My last thought was a desperate plea to live. I jolted awake, back in my bedroom, the shoes on the floor. The horror of my previous experience lingered, but an unsettling curiosity tugged at me. To walk in another person's shoes, especially their final moments, was an unimaginable experience. Months passed, and the shoes were forgotten. I moved into a new house with my girlfriend. One fateful morning, I overslept and grabbed a pair of unfamiliar boots in a rush. The moment I closed the car door, the world blurred. I found myself in a car, deep in the dark woods. The muffled cries of a woman in the trunk. To my horror, I felt nothing as I dragged her out, hearing her pleas for help fall on deaf ears. I choked the life out of her as she gasped for breath, her eyes staring into empty space. Suddenly, a gunshot echoed, and my throat was pierced. I collapsed next to her, blood pouring from my mouth. Back in my car, I trembled, tears in my eyes. I recognized the boots I wore and rushed home, deciding never to wear those shoes again. Filled with fear and curiosity, I returned to the store with the shoes. The old man greeted me, his smile ominous. I sold back the shoes and left with a handful of crumpled bills, his parting words echoing in my mind. The next day, the store had vanished, leaving only a ghostly outline. I never learned who the old man was, and I wondered if the store had appeared just for me. The lesson, if there was one I wished I had never learned. As time passed, the Sinister Footwear's memories haunted my every moment. The unrelenting darkness that had seeped into my soul, the knowledge of the horrors I had witnessed and, perhaps, perpetuated, were a heavy burden to bear. The old man and his store remained a perplexing enigma. Who was he, and how had he come into possession of these haunting shoes? The thought of the store being a figment of my imagination, a personal purveyor of nightmares, lingered in my mind. I tried to leave the past behind, to push the memories deep into the recesses of my mind. But the unsettling truth remained, a constant reminder of the Sinister Footwear's curse. The lessons I had learned were harsh ones, paid for in innocent lives and unspeakable horrors. The cost of curiosity was far greater than I had ever imagined. The shoes had taught me the chilling depths of despair and darkness, but they had also shown me the consequences of our choices. Every step we take, every path we choose, has repercussions. In the end, it's the decisions we make that define us. I walked away from Soul Collector, my steps heavy with the weight of my experiences. The store had disappeared, leaving only a ghostly outline of its existence. But the memories of those shoes, and the horrors they revealed, would forever haunt my dreams. The sinister footwear had left its mark on my soul, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks within us all. I had paid a high price for my curiosity, a price I would carry with me for the rest of my days. The old man and his store might remain a mystery, but the lessons I had learned were all too clear. The cost of delving into the unknown, of walking in another's shoes, was a heavy burden to bear. And it was a burden I would carry with me until the end of my days. The tale of the sinister footwear is a chilling reminder of the consequences of curiosity and the choices we make. It serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to tread carefully in the world of the unknown. Some mysteries are better left unsolved, and some shoes are better left untried.